Donald Trump says he wants to take $3 billion from Harvard and give it to trade schools instead. Can he? And why trade schools? Well, whether or not he can is probably going to be up to the Supreme Court, because Harvard's going to sue if he does try to do this. They're going to say it's a violation of their First Amendment rights, that he's trying to punish them for speaking up against him, and that he's trying to take their money away. And you can't do that. Now, it's especially interesting because Congress allocated that money. So it's also another attempt by Trump to say, listen, Congress can allocate things and say whatever they want, but at the end of the day, I'm the final decider about where the money goes. So there's an actual power play between Congress and the president about this. Now, the Supreme Court has kind of unilaterally over and over again showed that they're more willing to side with Trump than not. So he might win that battle, but it would be litigated first. What's interesting about it is Republicans are always saying that they're merit-based. Notice that these grants are merit-based. It's not like Congress just said, okay, Harvard, go be rich. Go, it's all going into wealthy professors' pockets. That money was actually won by Harvard in competition with all of these other schools. Harvard had to show that they could do more with that money and that they were going to accomplish more with that money than any other school. And that money, what is it? Research. It's not salaries. It's literally stuff that goes into like medical research, AI research, technology research. So we would be losing $3 billion of research. Now you might be like, well, but we need trade schools too, 100%. And that's why Trump is saying this, because the people who work in a trade have felt horribly treated by like people from Harvard. They're like, you think you're better than me, you Harvard people, all you liberals, all you academics, right? If you look at like our television, you watch our shows, whenever there's like a stupid cousin on a sitcom, they're inevitably someone who is like blue collar working class. A lot of times they have Southern accents. So whether or not Trump can win this battle is really a matter of him appealing to his voters who feel very victimized and talked down to, and like they're treated like they're stupid in comparison with people with professional degrees. Now, the thing I want to say about that is don't pretend if you are working class, right? You build stuff, you make stuff, don't pretend like you don't engage in that same thing. It's a hypocrisy, right? I spent my entire life in academics, right, being like that nerdy person. And my family is almost all blue collar working class, and they all think I'm an idiot. They're like, you don't know how to fix this? You don't know how to do that? You can't build that? What do you do? Oh, you're a philosopher? You're stupid. I have spent so much time in my life observing that our willingness to laud the working class, as they should, right? We'll say like the working class, they're the backbone of the economy. They're the backbone of this country. The people who build stuff and do stuff. Who talks that way about attorneys? Who talks that way about philosophers or anthropologists or even doctors or now even teachers? So this idea that the blue collar working class is constantly just victimized by everybody else, well, there's a certain level of truth, but it really just seems to be this human problem of whatever group you're in, you think you're better than everybody else. And that includes the blue collar working class that Trump's appealing to.